Well, good morning. It is a cloudy day, a beautiful 65 degrees, and I had to go back to my truck because I forgot my phone. And I'm starting it out with a good one. I dug a wheel weight, but I'm breaking out the squirty squirt right out of the chute here.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show Mikey. I saw a dime down in here. You can see it right here.
I can see it.
Don't know what it is, except a dime. It's a mercury. That's good.
Good find.
I'll just tell you this.
Your second hole?
Yeah, second hole. The first was a wheel weight, which was, oops.
Here's what I got.
That's what you got, and that's what I got. What's that say on there? Blay?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know. Hubley? Who knows? But that's the thing I found. And then this is a 35 maybe?
No.
26. So pretty worn. Slicked down pretty good, but we will take it. And I'm going to hit the hole again because I got a lot more signal with my pinpointer than I thought. No, that was it.
That was it.
That was it. Hit good. Hit 86, 87. Was fairly deep down there, about 6 inches, but we'll take it. Woohoo!
Good job.
Well, Mikey was walking away, and I had to call him back. Here's the house that we're hunting right there. Right here is where that Merc dime was. I came over here and I had a weird signal. Jumped 60s, 70s. I gave it one wipe and I said, Mikey. So it's a war nickel. You could just tell by how it wiped.
War nickel?
War nickel. This one's going to be 40 something, of course. 43 possibly. Yeah, 43.
Got a P on it?
No, I don't have to. S on it.
S?
Oh, you want to pee on it?
No.
Go ahead, pee on it if you want to, buddy. I'm going to take it. Yeehaw! All right up here in front of the house. Have a pretty decent signal here. I want you guys to hear. Could be junk. It's hitting. As you can see, in the 90s, the 60s, the 80s for the most part. I don't know, it's got some depth to it. It's going to be too deep for me to dig one-handed, so I'm going to cut the plug, and I will come back after I get the plug cut and show you. Okay, I just cut the plug, have not exposed anything yet, so I thought we'd do it together. Oh boy, I ripped it. Took my glove off because I can't operate as well, so I don't think we're going to be far enough down to it yet. I think it's straight down. Make sure it's not in my plug. Oh, actually might be in my plug. And it might be junk. That could be it. I'm hoping not. But that could be my target. Looks like a zipper maybe, or a clasp. Huh. Let me recheck it real quick. Still showing something down below. There's a lot of falsing with this dirt here. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately that was it. So sorry about that. That's why I don't do the live dig very much. Well, after that tremendous live dig right here, I had another signal here that probably should have warranted a live dig, except for the result. And it's just a spoon handle or fork. It's not a knife, it's a handle of some sort. Could be a lobster fork. Huh. We'll press on. I had a really jumpy signal here, but I could get it to lock on one way. I just popped it up. It was in the plug, and I think it might be an Indian. I think I see a deep wreath on it, a thick wreath. I think so. Oh, it is. I told Mikey all I wanted when we came today was an Indian, and I just did it. Wowzers. It's kind of sandy soil here, so I'm going to put some squirty squirt on it. Mikey, Indian.
Huh?
Indian.
You got an Indian?
Yeah. Guy didn't think his house was as old as we were thinking it was. Yeah, that's going to be some hard stuff to get off of there with what I have. And not having britches makes it even harder. Not that I'm naked, but
I knew there was some older stuff here.
I think so. See if we can zoom in, folks, and tell anything about it. 84, 81. I don't know. I'm going to call it one of those two until I get it cleaned up and get you pictures at the end. We will know better. Woohoo! Loving that. Had a signal that kept jumping back and forth between 69 and 71. Locked on good, though. It was a good target. And I assumed it had a possibility of being an Indian, even though it said it was shallow. And so when I cut the plug and it was not in the plug, I knew it was something bigger. And I just got down to it. You know what it is? Do you know what it is? What is it? Tell me. What is it? Been up a little bit. It's part to an old mantle clock, a wall clock, or like a mantle clock that would sit on your mantle, I believe. I could be wrong. I've been wrong once, now twice probably. Well, I moved around to the backyard here, right off the back porch, and Mikey's still up front. I don't think this is much, but it was a round disc. Could be a rose tag. I just popped it up, but I thought I would show it together. I like the rose tags. Oh, this might not be. Oh, this is one of those big D things that I think goes on, it's creosote or something. Pressure, yeah, it is. So this would have gone on some pressure treated wood of something. That's what I found one of those before. I had to research it, but I looked it up. That's exactly what it is. Junk. I'm still around back, working my way around to Mikey on his side there. This could be huge, guys. It was a 7881 signal. I just popped it up. I see Lincoln right there. This could be a wheat penny. Could be. What is it? Oh, it is. It is. Yes, it is. All right, guys. The game, as far as my side of it, has officially started. I'm hoping Mikey hasn't started yet. Let's see if we can get a date on that. You guys see it? See it? Focus? I can't tell. Huh. Hard to say. 50 something, I think. 52 maybe? 51? It's on one of the 50s, I know that. Look at that defined cheekbone there. Oh, lost it. Alright, that's enough. Farm living is the life for me. Darling, I love you, but give me 5th Avenue, or is it 6th Avenue? I can't remember.
Right.
Darling, I love you, but give me 5th Avenue, 5th Avenue, 4th Avenue, 3rd Avenue. This was a not far from where I dug at War Nickel earlier. I'd pinpointed, I dropped it back down in. There was another target, but look right here, I just popped up right there. You guys see it?
Where?
See it right in here, Mikey?
Oh, I do.
It's a diamond. And let's see.
That's 2 so far, isn't it?
That's plus the War Nickel.
Wow. Dang. Killing it.
That's a Merc 2. That's a Merc 2. Oh, yeah.
Couple.
Well, that's a pretty one, though.
I ain't even,
Got a mint mark on it?
I don't even have a. I got a clad penny and.
I dug a dime.
I haven't dug much stuff.
Well, she just wanted to clean up, didn't she?
Yeah.
What do you got? 40 something.
That's cool.
41, and I don't think there was a mint mark.
Had that hit pretty good.
Yeah, 41 plain. Hit, well, there's something else in here. Let me see if I dropped it down in accidentally when I went to. This is what was throwing the signal off, wherever it is.
Oh. That root there.
No, there's a. I had it in my hand earlier. There it is. I had it in my hand earlier. That's probably why it escaped it for a bit. We'll take it. Yahoo! About to move on to a new property. It's just now noon. So I sent the legend this time. He got permission. We can't pull up how old this house is, but it's got a brick foundation. It's all original yard. There's 2 gold rings in it we're supposed to hopefully find for the gentleman. At least 2, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So
put on your happy face.
I am.
There it is. Right there it is, guys.
There we go.
All right, bye. Alrighty, so I am just digging signals that are good at first, and then we'll go back and clean up after each other. Had a really good signal here, rang up 67, 68. Was a little bit deeper than I thought it was, but check it out, guys. Do you know what that is? Let me zoom back out a little bit so I can get it to focus. That is a valve stem cover for a Model T Ford. That is pretty cool. Hadn't found one of those in a long time, and I love it when they're still in good shape like that one is. I'll probably be able to use that on my Model T. Oh, guess I better get one first. We will take that. Here with the property owner, we were just talking what?
About Civil War bullets.
Civil War bullets, and look what I just dug out of here. I think that's what it is. Oh yeah, 3-ringer, dropped 3-ringer. That is awesome. That's a 58 caliber. Beautiful, beautiful piece of Civil War history right there. Guess who gets it? You want it?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is awesome. Woohoo! Look who gets to be the hero today.
I think that's it. Looks like it.
And I'm pretty sure that's 18 karat.
Well, believe it or not, that's what I do for a living, so I could probably tell you.
There's a brush if you want to brush it off.
Oh yeah, that's
18 karat. Looks like that's what I thought it was, and I threw it. I was on pain pills. I got off of them. Yeah, and I don't even know why I threw it. I thought, why keep that? And I got my dad's ring, look kind of like that, except it's got black onyx with a diamond in the middle of it. And I think I lost it out there by the garage because it was a little big on my finger.
That is a good heavy ring right there.
I figured to go.
Good job, Mikey.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Thank
Mind
you.
if I get a little video?
No, go for it.
All right, had a signal here. I kind of missed it at first, but then I went down. It's fairly deep, and it's an old wheat. Don't know how old. Can't see. It's crudded. It's got the junk on it, so it's going to take some work to get it off. But that puts me up 2-1. Mikey got one at the other place, so we were tied up 1-1. And uh-oh. Did he get one?
No, not yet.
Oh, he thinks he's got one, but I'm up 2-1 right now, so you guys mark it in the book. All right, kind of completed this area up here, out to that tree and back this way and over up in there. So I thought I'd work kind of this big lot back here, and just got going. Mikey had me down 3-2, guys. So I had to get for real, because you guys know all the silver, all the anything matters not. What matters is, I think that's a wheat cent. Yeah, 1 cent right there. It's hard to see, there's a glare because of the clouds, but she's in bad shape, but she ties me up. I got to get more. We are on the final permission of the evening. Mikey had me down 5-3 going into this yard. I scored 1, but this ought to count for even more, shouldn't it? Chinese cash coin. That is cool. I'm going to go leave that with the property owner if she wants it. That is cool. We will take that. See if we can't get something else here. Alright, boys and girls, unless Mikey's hit another one here, I just tied it up. And that would be 5-5 with that beautiful specimen there. Gorgeous. That's pretty ugly. We'll take it though. It wasn't very deep. Well, I called Mikey over. Probably going to regret this. The more I looked at it from the side, the more I thought maybe it was a play dime, but it rang up good. It was on top of, there's a brick sidewalk underneath this, Mike. Oh, can you turn your coil the other way? Sorry, he was interfering with me. Much better. And I just pulled it up off of this sidewalk. It wasn't very deep, and I don't know if it is good or not, Mikey.
What is it?
Oh well, now I've lost it. It's awful thin, whatever it is.
What'd you get?
Well, I'm kind of afraid, Mike, that it's a play dime. It was right. You see it?
It's a Lewin? No, that's a real dime.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a Merc. Another Merc.
That's cool. That's 3.
3 Mercs on the day.
Awesome.
Another worn one.
Maybe it's the old 19D, huh?
19D?
I don't know.
You mean a 1916D?
No.
Let's see. Zoom. Boy, I need to clean my lens. Sorry, guys. I just did that on you. I did it again. Now let's zoom in. See if we can get it to focus. 1923.
There you go.
And there's the choo-choo train right at the buzzer. Woohoo! I have no earthly idea what this is. No, I'm not talking about Mike. I know what he is, unfortunately. I had a 67-68 signal. I just popped it up. I did like that. It came up. I just set it right here. I guess it could be a flattened penny. We're by the train station, or the train tracks. I believe that's probably what it is. It's going to be a smasticated. I'm going to call it a wheat penny, so I'm up on him.
What is it?
Oh, it's a smashed wheat penny.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'm up 6.5 now.
I don't think that if it wasn't real.
Huh?
It's not a real one, is it?
Yeah. Wheat penny.
1 cent on the back?
I'm sure it does.
They gotta be legible to be counted.
Don't be using big words like legible when you don't even know what they mean.
Well, you know what I mean.
Readable.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going. Alright guys, if I can talk Mike into leaving right now, I win. There's number 6. Good greenie. Wasn't very deep, but wheat cent for sure. That puts me up 6-5. You gotta watch him though. He is so sneaky. And he can't count for squat either. You might think he's got 5 and have 12. Can't see a date on that, but we will take her.